we need to think about how we're gonna get.
I already started recording, so we can start. You know.
Word. I feel like it's cool that like we have it here, but over time people are gonna want to see different places.
I think I started recording. His mic is working.
We recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
You're.
All right, good. Just try to hold the mic up to your face, and you're fine, bro.
All right, like a real interview.
Mm-hmm.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay, what were we talking about right now? Dude, okay, like I was saying, I want to keep the couch, but dude, we can't put another table here. This table's already here. Like,
I mean, this table is gonna become classic. Keep on making these videos.
yeah, this table's gonna be like the. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With this table here.
Yeah, we gotta put little designs and stuff. Not like permanent designs to fuck up the
Yeah,
table,
you
but
could
we
make
gotta
like-
add like little bobbleheads or something. You know what I mean?
You could make it like the 1K themed table.
Let's make a
Like make some like
mantel.
decor type.
How do you
shit.
say mantel in Spanish? I mean,
In English?
I mean, in English. How do you say it in English?
No.
No, un mantel. A table cover.
Tablecloth.
Like a 1K table
yeah,
cover.
tablecloth.
Yo, custom made 1K tablecloth.
That'll be so cool. That'll be awesome.
That'd be fire.
Okay, so let's continue the conversation.
But I like how it looks though.
I want to talk about parkour with you,
The
bro.
table looks already though.
Mm-mm.
It could be iconic.
I like this idea of putting the tablecloth. Tablecloth!
Yo,
That's what
you
it's
know what
called.
you should do is have like a clear tablecloth, like what I got in my backyard, but just have it have like the 1K in the middle in black, so it's like the same black.
Oh yeah. that'd be
1K
cool.
circle, and then like a
The
clear
clear.
tablecloth for the rest, so that you can like kinda see everything else.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
that'd be so cool. Dude, but where do we make a tablecloth?
It's probably like websites.
Dude, but I mean, if there's a will, there's a way.
That's true.
We'll get this cake.
I want to actually, I'll look it up.
Have you ever wondered what the price of tablecloths are?
Dude, okay, so now let's finally talk about how you feel about parkour. Now you got your 3 days in.
Bro,
3 or 4 days, I don't know how long you've been training actually.
it's like, it counted as 4 days.
4 days.
Yeah.
Word.
What have you been working on
So,
for real?
Yeah, what'd you start with?
Well, it's kind of different for me, I guess, because I didn't get physically fit before doing it. So I'm kind of just letting the parkour itself kind of get me to wherever I need to go.
Mhm.
It's interesting. To be honest with you, most people when they start training are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started
gotcha,
training like
gotcha.
that.
Yeah, like I started when I was 14. I didn't really have that much physical fitness. I ran a little, I did some push-ups, but I wasn't at nearly the physical fitness that I'm at now. To be honest with you, like you're gonna get that fitness through training.
Fuck yeah, dude. And I started training when I was like actual really training. Everybody did parkour as legit, just to fuck around. But I actually started training when I was like 18 maybe. 18, almost now. Now I'm turning 21. Bro, I've seen a huge difference from when I was 18 up until now I'm turning 21. Bro.
It's not just physical differences too.
Dude, mental differences too, bro.
Yeah, character.
Everything, bro. It's super different, bro. You're gonna think not that parkour's changed you, but that it's improved
No,
you.
I mean, that's what I'm hoping for, you know what I mean? Because I'm already around so many parkours. So it's
Parkour athletes.
like parkour athletes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm kind of just getting
What are you struggling with now, though?
Well, like yesterday, for
yeah.
example, like yesterday, I wasn't doing plyos with the right, like, because there's supposed to be like a bounce, like, you know, like,
Right.
but what I was doing was I was kind of like dragging my feet to it. And I was kind of like only.
You know when you do the plyo and you kind of pop
Yeah.
up?
Like you kind of land, reset, and then jump again, as opposed to land and go quickly right into the other one like a rebound.
No, he's doing a regular plyo. So you know when you're gonna plyo something,
Mhm.
to increase your distance, you have to add more like pop in your jump. He
Well-
doesn't pop. He'll jump straight.
So he's not getting height.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And I tell him the more height you get is caused by the more pop in your arms and the more you push up with your knees. You can't just
Well,
jump forward. Your knees gotta
pushing
come up.
with your knees is a hard cue because what you really want to think is hips forward, arms up, and you're gonna be going. Essentially, anytime you go to stick a precision, you want to jump at a 45-degree angle so that when you land, so imagine this is like a landing. You don't want to land like this because you'll slide
Yeah.
on your landing. I'm sure you felt that.
Yeah, already a bunch of times.
What you want is to jump up and then come down.
Yeah,
onto
that's
your
what.
landing.
Yeah,
So that 45-degree angle will get you to like stick that landing, like
Yeah. And then
like
if you
doing a
don't,
jump,
I
doing
taught
a
him how to
jump, and
bounce.
then Like doing a jump and then like having it go like in place and like you stick it perfectly because of that angle, you'll know the feeling and you'll never forget that. And then once you get to that point, you just go with the feeling. You don't even really think, oh, I gotta jump up and do this. You just kind of know what it feels like to do it, and then it becomes just internalized. That's why parkour is like hard to teach.
Yeah.
Is because most of good parkour is just it feeling right.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna start noticing that as time goes on.
That's why I look at a plyo. That's why I look at a plyo and I instantly know it doesn't have to be a certain height. I know if I could do it. Like,
Yeah, it's instinctive.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Especially with, he helped me a lot with my running prees,
Mm-hmm.
and he noticed instantly. We went, dude. Didn't you hear him on the last jam? He instantly was like, bro, your running prees are gone. And I was like, yeah, dude, I've been practicing a lot. They just feel right. I'm not afraid to just shoot it, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, a lot of that ability is your mental capacity to see yourself do it. It's like if you can see yourself do it, if you like believe that you can do it, like you're gonna do it because there's nothing obstructing you. Like it's normally like your mind being like, I can't do it. You know,
yeah,
that
so there's
holds
like a
you
lot
back
of
from.
barriers that you have to.
Yeah,
No.
you kind of once you do it once, that mental barrier kind of just turns off because that mental barrier is your brain having an unknown.
Yeah.
And once you eliminate the unknown, like you have a little bit of mental fortitude to push past it that first time. There's no more unknown, and it's pretty easy to keep working and keep progressing because that mental factor isn't there anymore.
Yeah.
That's stuff that you'll encounter as you keep training, but like once you start to see that and like all these pieces like start getting put together, dude, you're gonna be addicted, bro.
I mean, I'm already like when I walk around now, I see things. Like I'm starting to see things.
Oh, he's getting parkour vision. That's awesome.
Yeah, so like it's like that's the fun part too. 'Cause now I'm like, oh, I see two benches, and I'm like, oh, I can do something here.
Dude, that's good stuff.
I've been trying to do speed step. Like yesterday, I tried to do that speed step over the table, right? But I kept fucking it up.
Mm.
Dude, yeah, he doesn't know. He tried to do a speed step over like a regular picnic table, and he's not like comfortable with letting the foot that comes inward, the one that doesn't touch the table.
Uh-huh.
He's not comfortable with letting it touch the ground. He touches like where you sit on the bench.
Uh-huh.
You know how it's the seat and then the actual table, and then on the bottom it's the bench.
Like your second bench.
Yeah, if you're
It's
looking at it
the
like
tables
this.
in Amelia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you're looking at it like this, not the long way. He'll go over it, but he won't touch the floor.
Okay, so he's not getting enough distance.
No, he just doesn't. It's all commitment. He's not letting his foot touch the ground. He kind of like stops.
All right. I need to see your tech, and like I can help you out with that. I got you, bro.
I'm excited. Like, I'm super
Yeah.
excited. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're gonna have such a dope training
Dude,
session.
I'm telling you, bro. It's gonna be a nice training session.
And then yesterday I was doing that thing, bro. I forgot what it's called though.
That's why I told him today. I was like, yo, today, this guy's gonna train with you, bro. You're gonna do lines today. I've been teaching you little plyos or running pre, but you're gonna do lines.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, bro. I love it. This is gonna be such a good time. So tell me about this spot that we're going to today.
I want to go to Bayfront
Bayfront.
just to do regular, simple shit. But dude, I want to go to Hungry Bear at the same time.
Word. What's at Bayfront?
Huh?
What's at Bayfront?
There's not really that much, dude. There's not that much. Just simple shit. There's big tables that you can do like doubles. You can do simple shit. But there's like a little area there that I really hope we don't get kicked out when we go. It's like there's one descent that I want you to do. That it's alright. And then there's another one that there's a gap. And I'm pretty sure you'll jump it.
Okay.
I looked at it and it's a possible concrete. But it's just a huge gap because it's a second story.
Mm-hmm.
And the concrete's to the first story.
From second to first, so it's very dry.
And it's rail.
Okay.
The rail's fat, but it's like very, dude, smooth. Smooth that if you don't have like, it's not even if you hit it, it's if you grip it with your toes like a monkey.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta like grip that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's slippery. It's big, but it's slippery as
Yeah,
shit.
and how far is the distance between the two buildings?
3-4 feet.
Oh, so it's
So-
really just a set.
Yeah, it's just a drop that is so
Yeah.
like, if I slip on that, you'll go.
So you're gonna want to roll.
I don't expect to stick it, bro. I don't expect it to stick.
Okay.
And there's no run up.
Word.
It's like, there's no run up. I can't even describe it. There's no run up.
Dude, I've been on the lookout for like running roof gap trees. There's one in Boca.
We can try to go to Bayfront and look for spots for him.
Dude, let's do it. And I'm trying to go to like downtown Miami and just find spots out there. I feel like it's
Dude,
something
I
that
get my
like,
car
nobody's
in the
done.
next. I'm getting my car in the next maybe 2-3 days. We're going back. Next week we're going downtown.
Yeah, let's
Just
do
do it.
Let's do it.
Like roof missions.
Mm-hmm.
Like roof missions. I've never done that. I've never really done that.
Bro, did you see the Unknown Projects roof mission thing? They
Dude,
They put out
I
a
am
video in New York
so
City.
obsessed with them, bro. I am so obsessed with them, dude. Only because
So good.
I feel like they're the modus of America.
right
They're
now,
the
yeah.
modus of America.
I'm trying to get back under my mic.
What happened?
Dude,
He's been like doing
I'm
weird
trying
shit.
to
like
not,
singing
bro. Is
that.
that I was checking to see if the mics were working. And then
Why you like this?
bro, I was explaining it.
Okay, go.
Bro, like, this is what I should have done.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what I should have done, and then nothing would have happened. But I was checking the mics, and then I was like, oh, I could just get under the mic.
No.
And then I did that, and as you can see, it.
Dude, I'm gonna look on custom ink because this whole time that I've been using my computer, I've been looking up damn tablecloths and shit. Dude, but yeah, back to what I was saying, bro. We have to start putting him on actual parkour, like.
Dude, I'm excited though. Oh my god.
Dude, but I want you to know athletes and shit, bro, because that's how I.
Bro,
that's
you
the
gotta
level that
start
I'm at.
going to events. Like you've been to the jams.
Yeah.
Bro, like you gotta come out to like all these training sessions we're having. Have you been to the gyms before?
I went one time, but I was really there to parkour.
Yeah, I told him if he goes to the gyms,
Yeah, gyms are really good for meeting the community.
Yeah.
hold up the mic.
Oof.
Wait.
Yeah, keep holding it up.
Yes.
But yeah, bro.
I don't think there's any tablecloths.
I'm excited to keep my parkour journey going. I'm very rudimentary right now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Just learning, like that feeling of like wind and like height, and, like, things like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. You forget about all that stuff once you're further along in the process.
You so forget about shit like that, bro.
Yeah. Dude, I remember when I first started, my neck would get sore just from like
Your neck?
stabilizing my head.
Your
Like
neck?
I would land and go,
No
so
way.
like my neck would like get sore.
No way.
Yeah, bro.
I think it should be. Dude,
I've never seen that before.
Bro, I've come a long way.
So I found we can make a blanket, bro.
You can get a what?
A blanket with ribbons. I mean, with ribbons. I want to say ribbons.
You want a blanket now? Dude,
There's no tablecloths.
What do you mean there's no tablecloths? You're telling me that the internet does not have tablecloths?
Custom to make your own custom? No, it doesn't.
Dude, but you have to buy just a regular tablecloth, and then the custom you get someone that knows how to sew and.
Oh, like that you want it? I thought it was like bringing it in already. Like, I could like on customink.com and shit. I thought it was like
I
that.
never
We would
saw
just
it.
need to get like a logo going first.
Dude, what the fuck are we gonna do with 1K? I feel like we need to bring it. We need to bring it.
Yeah.
So let's put it.
Yeah,
Let's
more
right
ideas.
now. Okay. So right now, let's put it
yeah,
to words.
right now, besides this, like us recording the podcast on the real terms, this is the only time we've been together, no parkour serious
Yeah.
talk.
So we can be
Yeah.
focused, cause normally we're just ADHD as fuck.
Yeah, just either parkouring or, oh, let's talk about it, and then we see something, we're like, oh, let's go over there, and then we go eat, and like, you know what I mean?
All right. So, yeah, let's talk
What
about
questions do you have
What,
about 1K?
so- what is the mission of 1K.
Dude, I wanna have unity between the society and the athletes in parkour, and the perspective of the society to be the same as us. You know what I mean? Because if you look at this, I want to put the mindset that us tracers have in the society, the same way that we can shoot a 16-foot gap, and us knowing that we can't do that because we have a mental block, and then we overcome that. It's the same way that somebody in society can overcome something that is the same thing. You know what I mean?
Like the same concept of
The same concept.
There's an
I can't do it. I can't do
obstacle in
this.
life just to get
Like,
across.
yeah, you just gotta get up and fucking try it.
Mm-hmm.
There's different routes to take when you're gonna do a 16 fucking.
So you're trying to
foot
make
run.
more of a philosophy.
Yeah, bro. Cause look, I'm gonna stay using that example. You see a 16-foot running pre, and there's so many things going through your mind. Am I gonna make it? Am I not gonna make it? Am I gonna bounce off it? Am I gonna slip? What's your best bet out of all those things? Oh, I'm gonna just try and bounce off of it. Oh, I'm gonna try and crane it. Oh, I'm gonna try and do this. But those are all different routes that you're gonna take. Once you actually get there, there's only one thing you're gonna do. You're gonna either hit it or not. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. If you can take in life all those routes, oh, am I gonna get this job? Damn, but I don't have a resume. Fucking make one. Oh, am I gonna go? Today am I gonna go do this? Oh, I don't know. Go fucking do it and find out if you like it or not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Shit like that. And that's the same thing in parkour. Oh my god, am I gonna land? I don't know.
You just need to figure out.
So how do we then convey this to people?
If we get people to work out at the same pace that we started working out, to use that pace in life.
You're trying to make everything like how.
If people go in life at the same pace that we started parkour, everything will succeed, bro. Dude, I've been training for 1.5 years, 2 years, and this nigga has been training since he's 14, and we're basically the same. And I'm 2 years less than him training. You know the pace that I moved at with parkour, bro? Dude, I drilled and 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 drilled. And I said, nigga, if I did that in parkour, why can't I do that with life? When I moved in here, I drilled and drilled and drilled and drilled. And in 7 months, nigga, look where I'm at. I was told the other day, you're not the same. You're growing by leaps and bounds. I was told that the other day. So I'm there like, oh, if I can do that, somebody else can do that. And I'm 20, nigga. I'm almost at an age where you can say you can't teach a dog new tricks. Your 20s to your 30s, that's gonna fly by. Once you're 30, you cannot teach nobody no more nothing. You're set and wired. You know what I mean?
I don't think that's true, but...
No, I think that's true. If once you're 30, you're set and wired. You have a certain belief system.
I don't think so either.
I think that people tend to, but that doesn't mean it's impossible to change.
I always believe you can change a mindset, but you can't. I can't teach Simba a new trick, but I can make him, walk a certain way. So if I hold a treat in front of him, you know what I mean?
I guess to a certain extent, there's certain things where that's true. I'm always gonna be a New Yorker. I'm not gonna talk like I'm from the South.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
Certain things, but I
just
think
feel like
anybody can change.
Yeah, and what you started with, like the whole unity, I feel like that's really what is most important in your message. Like, what you want is unity within the parkour community type of thing.
Yeah.
And outside of it.
You know how awkward I feel going to a jam and there's certain athletes that they don't talk to you? That they just sit there and
I feel like
I'm not going to mention his name.
But I feel
Because
like
you never know who watches this. But you told me that guy was kind of like to himself and this and that. And like, I'm trying to get those athletes to stop doing that and be like, oh, these motherfuckers are okay.
So I think that starts by being the change you want to see.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be the one to initiate, because people will always stay closed and always kind of stay in their ways. You need to, the word I heard was interrupt. Like, interrupt their frequency in a way, but like, get them onto your wavelength. Kind of be inviting and opening to those people and not intimidate them. Because a lot of people who are like that, keep to themselves, are introverted. You know? So introverted people are going to recoil from super high energy. Yo, what's good, bro? How you doing? Like, that's gonna turn them off. You know, a lot of people, I think, need just to feel like individually connected to, in a more gentle, like, hey, what's up? You know, I saw you. Your shit's awesome. You know, being like a little bit more like grounded.
That's what I'm saying. When you go to a jam, when you hang out with the people that are like that, bro, it's so chill. You could be at whatever level in parkour. You can jump a foot, and I can jump 20, and it'll still be like, yo, good shit. You know what I mean? And I like that. And that's the only thing that I feel like is missing in parkour. That there's not enough of that.
And I think that's another thing that, like, the higher level athletes, quote unquote, in parkour have like the responsibility to do, is like being inviting to the other athletes, because they will feel bad about themselves.
Yeah, and it's not that, it's true what Gabe said. It's not that we ignore the lower level athletes. We just tend to be in our shit too much.
It's that we're just focused on our own training and focused on who's in front of us, like our friends.
Yeah. We're focused on that too much instead of other shit that we should be focusing on.
Like, I think that it's important to know, like, time and place. Like, the time for going hard for me, and then time to build.
Yeah. I think not that you know we exclude anybody or anything, but dude, now you're gonna be looked at very differently. Because now you're not just filming us. Now you're gonna be like, all right, you're gonna put the camera down. You're gonna want to train because you have that in you. Because you know how to train. You're gonna be like, well, I could get something out of it now from these guys.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel different, and that's what I want, bro. A lot of people experience the same shit every day. They go through the same feelings every day. Nobody's outside the box anymore, bro.
But I feel like it's almost like it's each its own type of thing.
Well,
Like you can't force it upon people to be like extroverts, like out of nowhere, when they're not extroverts in other aspects of life.
yeah, but dude, it worked for me. Switch.
But I wouldn't say that you were an introvert.
I was never an
You
introvert.
probably had it inside of you already.
Yeah.
What?
Like you probably had this bold, excited, passionate person inside of you all along, and it's just that this is the thing that brought it out of you.
Yeah, it's like
You know, I've thought about it like that.
the parkour is what broke your cynicism.
You think?
Yeah, you're probably very cynical already. That's what usually stops extroverted people from being so extroverted. Cynicism.
You think so?
What other people think, which in turn will then change what you think of yourself.
Yeah. Once I stopped.
Dayron, that was some real
They don't
shit.
knowledge. Once it's because it's true, bro. Once I started doing parkour, I did not give a fuck. If I was bad or not, I didn't care. Now that I think about it like that, I did not give a fuck, dude.
Exactly, because you already had that attitude. Like when you say fuck it, and then you go do that one thing, like that one move.
It was so hard for me to say fuck it. Like to just
It's hard for
everything
me
in life.
now. It's hard for me now.
Really?
And it's simple shit. But the thing is, then when I do it, and then it's like, oh, I felt dumb for not saying fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had any fucking moments?
Have I had
In
any
life.
bucket moments in life?
And then it ends up
Parkour.
working out.
Yeah, I've definitely had quite a few. Let's see, what are some particulars?
It's because, dude, you're pretty like, how do I say this in English? Eres un muchacho noble. You know what I mean by noble?
You're a noble guy.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to say that you've drifted off of life or not, because it looks like you're the type of kid that already had like grown up. Like, all right, this is what I have to do. Like, so I'm just gonna do it. You know what I mean?
All right. So like, in some sense, yes. Like, I would say that in certain things, like I've been super blessed that I was raised upper middle class, and like, you know, I had that structure, and like I was pushed with school, and like always focus on your dreams and all that stuff. Yes, but I've had my own challenges. Like for me, I believe it or not, I've had a lot of social challenges growing up. Yeah, bro. Like I was an introvert. I was a real introvert as a kid.
Really?
Like I remember, dog. I went to my friend's birthday party. My mom tells me this story all the time. I was in kindergarten. It was all these kids playing basketball. I just walked straight past the kids and sat on the curb and watched them as all the kids were playing. And they were like, Seth, come play. I was like, no. Like I used to be scared and like in my shell.
It was like social anxiety.
Social anxiety for sure. Like
But
that
were
was
you, like,
something
a
that
really, like inside type of kid. Like would you stay inside?
no, like I think I was just always like socially anxious because I was like bullied as a kid.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So then that was like traumatizing.
Yeah, it
In a
kind of
way.
like it probably fucked with my head a bit, and like to this day I get things like that. Like there's still remnants of that social anxiety still in me.
Really?
But
I don't see it though.
But yeah, that's the thing that's the fuck it. It's like okay, I feel that. I don't give a shit. You know, it's just a feeling. It's
Yeah.
nothing real. And you kind of learn to move on and be more objective. I think that's like an important skill that, you know, something like parkour can teach you is how to like be objective in relationship to your own fears. Like think about a time when you've like had like a pre that, you know, you hit it on the ground, whatever, it's easy. Then you look at it at height and you're like, this is terrifying.
Oh
I'm
my God.
I'm gonna do A, B, C, D.
When
I'm gonna shit myself, all this shit.
When
and
I
like,
went to
here, hold up.
Go.
And, you know, you get all these irrational fears, but then there's a part of you that's still objective and it's like, nah, that's horseshit. Fucking do it. And then you can
I
do it.
haven't gotten to that level in parkour yet. At height, it's so hard for me.
No,
to
it's
train. I want
hard.
to train at height, bro.
But that's the skill. That's the skill of it. It's a developing skill that you consistently will improve upon as time goes on.
Can I stop you guys for a second? I don't want the mic to die when he's talking. Word.
Who's snoring? Oh, Simba. That's why I was like, who's
Yeah.
snoring?
Yeah, yo, my bad for going on that little rant though.
No.
I loved it. That's why I was like, go.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I loved it.
I was at the edge of my. That's why I kept looking at my computer just dying, and I was like, oh my god.
But dog, when you stick a rail free at height,
Really, it feels
better than
good.
sex.
It feels good, bro.
Dude, it's so good.
I don't know.
I'm glad I recorded that.
Dude, I swear, I don't.
We'll start there because I was like kind of wondering. I was like, yo, how do we come back and make it make sense with whatever we were talking about in the beginning? But then I don't know. You're like, when you land that thing, it's better than sex. I was like, that's the perfect cut. Welcome back.
Dude, no, but I'm telling you, bro, like, oh my god, I want to keep talking about unknown. What were you saying about unknown?
Okay, so
First of all, explain what unknown is.
okay, so the Unknown Project. I was lucky enough to grow up around these guys, you know, starting parkour on Long Island. Staten Island, which is where a lot of them are from, is only like an hour drive away. So the Staten Islanders, we just recognized them as the Staten Islanders for a long time, kind of became friends with some of my older Long Island parkour friends, like some of the people who taught me. And like they made this group called Unknown, and they just do the sickest shit. They explore crazy places. They're all insane athletes. Shouts out to Joe Rizzo, Vinny Vinciguerra, Lane Camarada.
All those athletes are fucking
Yeah, they're all
insane,
so
dude.
fucking good,
Dude,
bro.
I'm obsessed with that, bro.
Everybody's
I'm
just
obsessed with that group.
Dude,
Yeah,
everybody's
obsessed.
just killing it from that group. Like all their descents, like all their height stuff. The what they did with Ampersand, where they just went onto Manhattan rooftops and
Bro, they're
fucking hit like
beautiful videos.
Cambridge style lines. It was really cool to see like that in my city, like my home city.
Yeah, I get
Because
you.
I've never really been out in those rooftops. I've been to the street spots, but I've
Now,
always
those
been
rooftops
told,
are
dude. I've
beautiful.
always been told like, don't go to rooftops in New York City. You will get arrested 100%. So it's fucking sick that they just like, they were just like, fuck that. We're gonna do it anyways.
Dude, yeah, they have a fucking a nice like
Yeah.
little funny clip of them like taking a break, bro. They got a pizza and they ate it on the roof. It was like, oh, pizza mission. They bought a pizza, nigga. They climbed the roof. Everything all the way to the top of the fucking pizza. It was like sunset. Then they got to the roof and they started eating the pizza and the sunset over the buildings in New York. It was, dude, it's funny as shit.
Mhm.
I love those guys,
That
bro.
sounds super
I
cool.
love those guys.
Yeah, and they're super nice guys too. Like they're all like, you know, really supportive, positive training athletes. Like they're all like real cool guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There are 1.22K subscribers already.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I love these guys, bro.
Mhm.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
When did they actually start reposting again?
Mhm. Dude, we need to do some shit like that in Miami.
Right?
5 months ago is when they actually
We
started.
have to do something for Miami.
Bro, let's like find rooftop shit in Miami.
There's a descent here in Homestead,
Oh yeah?
but I don't know how to get into the building. The building is like a password. My boy used to live. Well, yeah, he used to live there. I don't remember the password to get into the building. It's like gated like this one, like the thing. Bro,
Could we just like hop a fence?
we could go in, but we need to find parking somewhere. And it's literally down the street from here. It's by the Chili's, bro. Literally, that descent. It's only 2 stories. But nigga, but fuck, I'm not gonna descend 3 stories, man. Not yet. I've never descended in my life, so I'll literally, dude, not one bang, but I'll shoot a 2 story.
How comfy are you with turn vaults?
What do you mean?
Like you get a rail, you grab it,
Yeah,
switch.
but I told them that that's the only part that fucks me up.
Dude,
Once
that's
I'm actually
sometimes the
over it,
scariest part.
that's my, dude, I can't. That's what scares me the most doing it. The little like, oh my god, just thinking about it, dude, it scares me. It
Yeah,
scares me.
like all I really think about those is it's kind of just like hold tight and just like stay like I just kind of hold tight. Man.
Yeah, dude, look, this is, so then let's actually plan a video right quick. We should do like one of those videos that Unknown did, but for Miami, dude. We should have 2 descents in it. There's 2 descents. There's one at Ryan's house, and there's one here in Homestead. I feel like me and him should both.
We also
prep
gotta
for that.
find some like roof gaps and like other.
We
roof
have in
challenges.
Hollywood by where Josh,
Yeah.
I don't know if he lives in Hollywood, but over there's some roof gaps that are insane, bro. Insane. And then we already have 3 spots if you want. We got the 2 descents, the one at Ryan's house, the one here in Homestead that we can get, and then there's a couple stuff in
It's
Bayfront
just
that
that
we
when
can
you guys
get.
start talking about all this stuff, I'm here like, wow.
Mhm.
I'm here like, oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a lot of stuff. If you want,
Take us to that level.
we can plan the video, bro.
Mhm.
Literally, I already know the style of it. I'll look it up.
But something I wanted to talk about, like, what made you leave New York to come to Miami?
Okay, so what made me leave was family. So I was up in New York. I was 19 years old. Was going to college at SUNY Cortland. I was pretty miserable there because it was it was brutal cold winter, 4 months of just like snow and face hurting when I walk outside. And I found out that my dad's job was moving to Boca, and so I was like, fuck it. I'm not really enjoying it that much here. I'm down for a new start.
We got like 5 minutes.
And alright, word. And I just was like, yeah, and plunged myself into Florida. Started going to FAU, started meeting people there, started getting acquainted with the community. The first person I met down here from like the South Florida community was Tyler Gatewood. Like
Tyler?
Yeah, I literally just pulled up to Weston because I figured that I may as well like go somewhere to meet parkour people. And as I was
cool.
walking,
You just assumed that there was gonna be.
I just figured that there would be people at Weston, you know. And like as I'm walking out of my car, like Tyler's over there. He's like, you do parkour? I was like, yeah, dude. He was like, you came to the right place, and like he just kind of took me in and did some training, and it's been downhill from there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like you met Tyler and shit. I did not know Tyler was the first person.
Yeah, Tyler was the first person I met from the community here.
Who was the first person I met when I first started? When I first ever trained, I think it was Mark. I think it was Mark.
Word.
I think it was Mark. Because I think it was when I first hit a gym. Yeah, Mark was the first person I ever met.
Technically, Mark is the first person I met from this community because Mark went up to New York one year just to visit, and I met him at my local spots.
Mark is probably the only person that I know from Miami that is involved in parkour, like to the T, bro.
That's awesome.
To the T, and he's not even like a super like top motherfucking like incredible athlete, and he's like this in the community. He's everywhere, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere, and that's why I appreciate about him so fucking much, bro. He knows the most important shit. You know the least most important shit. You don't know this. You don't know that. And dude, he is literally like, dude, you need that nigga to be there. Mark is that nigga. Mark is that person, bro. Mm-hmm. Mark is like the coolest person that I've met in the community. He's the coolest person.
Yeah, and he's like super helpful. Like he's down to do anything to benefit the community.
Yes.
Like right now he's doing his interview project.
Yeah,
that
bro.
shit's
He
awesome.
fucking had these athletes. I don't know any of the athletes that stayed with him, but the fact that he, stayed with him and he housed them and he took them to the training spots and he like, bro, it was cool, man. I fuck with that. Mm-hmm. He's a super cool guy, bro.
Really, really cool.
Fucking, what was I gonna look up?
Video style?
Yeah. I want to do it like, have you seen, I think it's called Resurgence.
Oh, the Modus video?
Yeah. That type of style.
Word. Damn, bro, it's been a half hour already?
I think so.
What?
I think it's been more already.
Bro, I feel like I could go for like another 2 hours.
And that's why we have to keep the audience gripped. So
Yeah.
for the next one, and then we already
gotta-
go off.
That's the formula we have for
Okay.
right now.
So I have an idea. Like I think that this was fun. This was good. But I think that for future podcasts, like having it where it's like you go from topic to topic, like kind of keep it free flowing, but have a little bit more structure on like 10 minutes will be this, and then 10 minutes.
We
can be
need
on
to
this.
start fucking.
Like kind of
actually
have at least a little bit of structure, and like obviously we're gonna say whatever we're gonna say.
Then I think people
but
won't give a fuck about
give a
time
fuck.
limits like that.
Yeah, because then because people when they're listening, it's different when you're a listener to a podcast because you want to hear like consistent information about this thing. And then
Once
about
you start
this
drifting
thing.
off, the ear goes. I know exactly what you
Uh-huh.
mean, bro. No, that was fucking
That was
awesome. Dude. That was
gotcha, bro.
insane, dude.
That was okay. Don't leave me hanging.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, I was like. I'm just
Do that.
speechless. I'm speechless with that. I was really speechless. That was really great.
I offer myself to be the one to be like, all right, so on to the next topic.
Yes. On to the next.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna know, bro. I'm not gonna.
Angel, you're like me like that. You just kind of get caught on something and then.
Yeah, I just want to talk about it. Actually,
Mhm.
this guy made me say coffee today.
Coffee.
He's like, you got coffee at your house? I was like, yeah, I'll make some coffee. He's like, I stay quiet and I was like, damn, I just said coffee. And he's like, you said coffee. Dude, I swear. Shoot, I gotta show you this video now. So what, we're gonna end it?
Yeah, we're gonna end it. So,
All right.
everybody subscribe.
Like the video, share it. Just share it.
14
mostly.
subscriber army. Woo!
Yeah,
Let's
15,
get
nigga.
15?
15, bro.
Going up?
I think
Shouts out to whoever subscribed.
a lot of people like it. Dude. A lot of people like it. I've been getting a lot of shit, bro. I'm telling you.
Today we
I get
talked a lot
DMs.
of parkour. Hopefully the mics work this time. Last time they didn't work, but I think we figured it out.
Yeah.
And Seth to death.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! Seth to
Ooh.
death. I forgot that. We're at 16 actually, not 15.
Hey.
Yo, that's a 2 minute. Hold up, pull up our social media real quick.
115 views. The other one's half of that.
All right, so subscribe so we can keep making this shit.
Like, comment, subscribe, share.